Voices of OKC, guys, I'm so excited that you're with us today. I'm excited about our guest today. He's a great friend, a great leader, and just somebody who's been a pillar in the community for a long time, doing community development work for over 20 years now, and just really invested into Northeast Oklahoma City. And so they do some things that are similar to us. Obviously, we do some things that are not similar, but we're partners, we're friends, we realize this is a team sport. Marcus Jackson of the Urban Bridge, the Bridge Impact Center. Man, so great to have you.
Thank you.
Man, you're a music producer. You're, most importantly, a husband, a father, a nonprofit leader. You founded the organization with I believe Vern Dees as your co-founder.
And James, yeah.
Oh, and James as well. My bad. And so you have a great group of co-founders with the organization, and you guys have been active for 10 years, basically. Yeah. Celebrating 10 years of that. Yeah. And so just really quick shout out to the Bridge Impact Center. If you want to support, you can give $10 a month and become one of those partners that contributes on a monthly basis, celebrating those 10 years of work in the community. So, man, love what you do. Appreciate all the work that you do. But I want to hear, man, honestly, I want to hear where the Bridge was born, what that looked like to start the whole process. I know there were some challenges like every nonprofit has in the beginning, but man, just share a little bit with me about, honestly, your personal story, like what it was like growing up in Northeast OKC for you, and what about your experiences led to do what you do.
Yeah, well, I guess I can start with just like the background on me is, I was a pretty awkward kid a little bit sometimes. Yeah. Got in a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. The youngest, in the house. And sometimes when you're the youngest, you got like teen siblings. Yeah. And those teenage siblings get all the attention because teenagers are a lot of, they need a lot of attention. Yeah, a lot of work. And so you got like this little kid in the house that's just kind of seeing everything happen, but also in my own world a little bit. Sure. And so I would seek, my spaces and the places I wanted to fit in, either in the neighborhood or in school and things like that. And that's where I would earn. That's where I get in trouble. I didn't get in trouble in the house as much as I got in trouble out the house.
Gotcha. Yep.
And that's where I acted out the most. In third grade, I was diagnosed with ADD. The H came in later, I guess. Yeah. ADD, was all it was when I was in third grade. We didn't really do anything about it outside of just having the information. Mm-hmm. So we didn't even know what it was.
Got you.
It's kind of one of those things. Hey, we think your kid has this, and then just like, all right, well, back to class. Yeah. Back to the little desk in the corner.
Yeah.
And so just a little bit about where I grew up, and in Northeast Oklahoma City, it was very busy. Is the best way. I used to laugh at Friday. Yeah. We watched Friday, and the reason I always thought it was such a good movie was because that's how a day in the neighborhood would be. Yeah. That's how a week could be. Sure. Like living where I live, it's like you just never know who's going to walk up, what they're going to say, what they're going to do.
What kind of scheme they got going.
What kind of scheme is happening. Like, the other Fridays got a little bit off but that first one,
I'm
just
with
like
you.
Sitting on the porch with your homeboys and somebody walk up and they tell you a story and you like, that really just happened? Oh, there he is right there. Yeah.
One
they
thing
about to
leads
fight.
to another. Yeah.
A whole neighborhood comes outside because there's a fight. It just all of those type of things, the good and the bad. But I always thought that movie was a good movie because it really painted the picture of just how busy, especially like a summer, could be, and after school sometimes too. Like those after, latchkey kids. Get out, throw that backpack on the ground, wash a few dishes so you can get out the house or vacuum the floor, and then you back out in the neighborhood for 3-4 hours before your parents get off work. Or till the street lights come on. Yeah. We would do so much in a day. I mean, the access we had to good and bad, it wasn't very even. Mm-hmm. There was more access to things that I probably shouldn't have access to. Sure, yeah. Than there was access to things that we probably needed. And I think that's a really important piece of my story is that You know, I'm of the community in the neighborhood that I'm serving in, but it comes from a perspective of making it through. You know, that and pushing out of it, and then it's like, wait, am I special?
Right.
Or is there a formula to it?
Yeah, that's good. That's
you know, I think everyone wants to feel special, right?
Sure.
You know, it's like, I'm special. That's why, you know, this is, and you know, there's the God element. Oh, God just chose me to be the one. And I think that there's an element of like God putting what you need around you. But typically when God does that, it's not just for you. Right. It's so that you can understand and then you can be instrumental in putting that around others.
That's so good, man.
And that's really the story. It's like I needed mentors. I needed to know what I was good at. I wasn't sure. I was small, so I was kind of like the small kid.
Gotcha.
So
everybody else is latching on the sports and stuff like that.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up, man. I had asthma too.
Yeah,
I couldn't keep up, bro. Like, you know, I could play a little football, but not on the field.
Sure,
not for real. You know, street football, tackle a man with the ball all day, all day. I thought I was Deion Sanders or something.
Yeah,
but it just wasn't.
Sure,
you know, that wasn't going to be my path. I wasn't growing, so basketball wasn't happening either.
Right.
And I fell in love with band, like the music.
Okay.
I didn't know that would be the direction I want to go. But when I was in middle school, the band teacher came up to me and was like, I was teaching the music to my classmates. Yeah. Because we had like a concert coming up. And she's just like, what are y'all doing? You know, go to your section. I'm like, well, I'm trying to show them their parts. And she's like,
wait, what?
Yeah, how do you know their parts?
And
I was like, I'm reading the music like you taught us. Like I don't. And she's just like,
not every kid gets it that quick.
And she's like, okay, it's clicking for him. And she made a recommendation for me to transfer to class and school ed.
Okay,
arts. I would say advanced studies, but I wasn't that advanced in studies. Performing arts for me. And but I call her kind of like one of my angels. You know, that was the year that I was jumped in the gang. That was the year all that happened at that school.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah, and she said it. She said, I see who you hang out with here. And you're too talented. You need to go somewhere else. And she personally wrote a letter of recommendation to class and for me to go and audition because it was like a little bit late. And so I told my mom. My mom, you know, she was really good about if there was an opportunity, she'd take it. If. So there wasn't a lot of them.
Sure.
But if she was able to identify an opportunity, she would take it because she knew. And then, like, once again, my brother was 6 years older than me living on the east side. My sister was 4 years older than me living on the east side. So I think by this time, my brother might have already been grown.
Okay.
You know, and and he's dealing with all the effects of
living there and
living in that community.
Taking in that life.
Because, I mean, you could put part of it on, like, single parent and different things like that. But honestly, the safety and the environment that you live in and the safety of that environment, it does a lot. Because if you take a kid with a single mom and they got enough money and they live in a safe community and they go to a good school, you're not going to deal with all the same things exactly.
Just the anxiety levels that you store in your body that people don't realize it affects you.
Yeah, like we used to do some really stupid stuff, you know, but we when you're a kid, it's smart.
That's genius.
And so we're just like, we need to learn how to get into a car.
And
it's like, so we're like, it's like a broke down car on the street. Yeah, we didn't have ChatGPT. We didn't even have YouTube for some of this. I think YouTube came in when I was in high school, but like, we're trying to break into a broke down car just so we can say, do we know how to get into a car if we need to?
Because that's the tools of the neighborhood at that time.
That's just what we thought. Like, you know, we young, we didn't learn. We didn't figure it out. Like, you got to bust a window or something. We're not going to do that. We don't want to commit to the crime.
It's not like on the movies.
But we'd also, like, stand in the yard, fight, you know, doing push-ups, doing stuff. Because it's like, man, if I go to jail, you know, ain't nobody going to take advantage of me. I'm going to be
So you're
strong
preparing your life.
for prison.
And that's even why when I look at some of the rec centers that are in different parts of the city, one of the reasons why we decided to outfit ours the way we did was because it felt like rec centers felt like the next institution before you get to the institution.
Yeah.
You know,
they
what
even
I'm saying?
smell like
for real. It's crazy.
those city buildings,
Anyways.
man. And I love the people behind the scenes that are coming up with the strategies for this stuff.
Good
but
intentions.
I think one thing is that there was a strategy for an era, and then society changes, generations change, and those strategies can become more institutional.
Yeah, 100%.
And they maybe wasn't that at first,
right?
But as time has changed and society has shifted and evolved, we're still trying to run after school program with this model from an old model that worked in the 90s when everyone was latchkey. And we're doing that. We're getting chased by dogs every day. It's just a different thing. Like we go to the center and every center we went to was ran by a gang. So I knew like I couldn't go to that center. Like you can't go to Pitts. My brother say don't go to Pitts. Stay away from there. The Douglas Center is like, I don't know. That was all about the day because we wanted the girls would be there because the pool. And we just would say like, man, like, y'all want to risk it? But one of the first times I got jumped real good. Douglas Center. Shouldn't have went
Never
that
forget
day.
it.
Shouldn't have went that day. And then it was like the Foster Center on 4th and Lincoln that they're remodeling now for accelerator program for businesses and entrepreneurs in the community. But it used to be, they had the indoor pool. You had to pay a little bit, in that one. And, they had the karate classes and all that and the bumper pool. I knew more people there. I had family there. But it was still, kind of dominated by a gang, our clique. So we're not a gang, we're a clique. Right. Are you beating people up? Okay.
You're a gang.
Feels like a gang. And we would... I guess the point I'm making is just like if you look at the landscape of options,
right?
Like
limited,
very limited.
High on the negative, Limited
it was just easier. It was easier for me to join a gang, or sell drugs, or get in trouble, or steal a car, or get a gun, or do all of that than it was for me to find a mentor or somebody that could identify that I love music and like give me special attention for that.
Sure.
And so my love for music. Which I didn't even identify it as that until I went to a school for it. And then you go to a school where it's like available.
Celebrated too.
Then I'm like, I love all of this. I'm like, I want to be in the symphony. I want to be in the orchestra. I want to be in the jazz band. I want to be in a marching band. I want to be in a pep band. Band was a word that was said once a day at least in my life from that point. But I was busier. I'm staying after school. And I came into this love for... I already had loved like music, rap music, hip hop, all that stuff. But I really came into the love for just the background of music. Like who made the tracks, like who produced this, who put this together, and kind of find out. I think now, I fast forward in life, something I love to do even now is take a blank canvas and pull things together and galvanize, concepts and ideas into one thing. But I first learned that in music. That was really the element that I really loved. It's like, man, if you take some drums and use the right drums and then you get the right bass line and you get the right strings or piano and just all of that, you can make anything you can think of. And I mean, your confidence goes up because you're like, I'm creating something.
Sure. Yeah, man.
So
I love that.
If you talk Hope Scale, for example, which didn't exist when I was in school, they wasn't doing that.
Right.
But it's like, now I have something to look forward to because I'm learning like something technical, practical. To me, I'm just having fun. Yeah. But I'm also like sitting at home ready for tomorrow. Yeah. Because I'm like, we got a pep assembly tomorrow. Yeah. Like I'm on the drum line. I can't wait. We're gonna kill them. We got some new stuff. We're gonna kill them tomorrow. I'm excited about going to school now. And guess what? To be in a band, I gotta be disciplined. Yep. Our band teacher, Dr. Alvin Jernigan, he was strict. He's an ex-Marine. He was a civil rights activist. He did sit-ins with Claire Looper. He wasn't playing, and he was excellent. And that's the only level he knew was excellent. Sure. So for me, the discipline, which some of it's not legal anymore, right? But the discipline that he gave was what I needed. Sure. Because the kid with ADD didn't listen to anybody in class in a structured setting. Yeah. But then they say, well, what if we just go talk to Mr. Jernigan and see Yeah. And then wait, hold on. Because I'm like, I don't want to lose my chair.
Sure.
You know, I don't want to, you know, he'll make you, you know, run around the building
so during the incentive. You had incentive to like do the right thing, basically, for the first time.
Yes, and he leveraged what I loved.
Right.
To help me learn more discipline and self-control. Then that's when I found out I can't stand, I could be still.
I was going to tell you, so did you find when you found something you could really latch on to that your ADD was not a factor? So I've been hearing this, and I think that they're onto something, but some people believe that ADD is actually a superpower. Like, you know, actually, when you lock into something you really love, then people with ADD, quote unquote, can really lock in.
Yes.
And they're excellent at it. And I see that happen with you. That's interesting.
It changed my life. It changed everything because now I had the guidance I needed. I met some other guys that were like in the music like me. They were a little older than me. So they were basically guiding me in different ways, but they also had more access to resources than me. So now we got like a little equipment to work with. Now I'm nerding out on that. I'm learning gear because I want to create the canvas that artists write to and create on. Because that's what I began to have an affinity towards. You know, I'm just like, man, like this music is incredible. You know, you hear some of the best songs, you're just like, you can play the instrumental.
How'd they do that?
Take the lyrics off and you're still gonna love that song. Because it's just like, just the way it was put together from the inception of it is amazing. And I just wanted to be a part of that. And then going to a school where now I'm learning instrumentation.
Wow.
I understand how things work hand in hand and I'm learning it.
Yeah.
And I was not a joy for them at that school.
Gotcha.
Within my first week, they was like, we're going to send you back to your home school. I mean, it was,
that's funny.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
I was almost in trouble. Like,
That's
you know
funny.
what I mean? Like, my mom said, if they send you home from this school, boy,
done.
I'm going to.
I know Miss Ilinda too. She probably would hold to whatever she was.
She wasn't playing. She wasn't playing. I mean, they, you know, the big mistake is like if they call my mom, it's like over. I went too far. And the goal is like get right to that threshold. Before they call my mom. Send me to the office. That's fine. I'll sit in there and have my book and but when they're like, we need to call a parent, I'm like, man, well, there goes my month. You know, she wasn't playing. And that's another element too that I really learned is like, you know what? I had a real deep respect for my mother. And so it mattered what she felt about what I was doing or her reaction to it. And then also her permission to discipline me. But it was the way she carried herself, you know, and the way that she dealt with things was really consistent. You know, it's like, these are the things that's going to get you in trouble. These are the things that need to be done every day. Like just knowing what the boundaries were and the expectations at home. She was really pretty communicative about what the home needed to look like. She didn't play. And a lot of the mamas don't play.
No.
You know, but she was still like a little different in that way. She prayed a lot for us and different things like that. She took us to church. I mean, and just anything she could do that she felt like would surround us with the right people and the right places and, you know, God and just all of those things. It really, what I learned is that teachers can accomplish this. Mentors can accomplish it. Band teachers can accomplish it, but it's the respect element of, I expect this out of you because I know you can do it. Not because I'm trying to.
Not because I want to be respected. But because I believe in you.
The band teacher, the only reason he's upset is because it's like, you're not being excellent. If I don't think you can be excellent, I'm not upset with you for not being excellent. But he's like, you're not being excellent. And I mean, it was to the point when the bell rung. The tardy bell, we're already holding instruments in our seats. So if you're the kid while the bell ringing and you're pulling your horn out the box and
you're gonna be exposed, you're
screwed. It's gonna be. We already know we're about to get entertainment. We about to,
everybody kicking back watching.
Oh, this about to be a good time. But what I realized is that the expectation of excellence and with the people I had around me, what they expected of me made a big difference because then I realized like, I need to step it up. These people believe in me and they think I can do it. So without hanging too much longer in childhood,
sure,
that really is where I was able to find my thing,
That's
you know,
good.
and I knew what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go with it. By the time I was 17, I had a home studio. People would come over, and so my mom would be like, these grown men in my house coming to record music and different things.
Yeah.
And all of that. It was kind of dangerous, you know, like having that too. But as far as my neighborhood is concerned, we were good.
All the equipment and everything.
And then a lot of the artists I work with were more like faith-based or positive people. And that's the only reason that was going to work.
Sure.
Coming into my mama house. Yeah.
No.
So that made a big difference.
Right.
But the core of it is that when you think about like hope and what it takes for a person to succeed, like in the grand scale of life, it's like, what are you looking forward to? Where do you feel like you can bring value to the world? Do you even know what you love?
Right.
Do you even know what you're good at? Like, that's a hard thing for us to, even at 41 now, like I sit down and say, do I even know? Like, sometimes I have to re-ask.
Sure. Oh, 100%.
Am I still, you know, I put my studio back up in my house and got that back going because I'm like, did I just stop doing that?
Right.
Because I just felt like I was supposed to outgrow it or, you know, or something like that.
Sure.
Like, what does society tell you about being a creative? You know, and like, well, go get a career and do that. You know, if it don't work for you, you know, by this specific time, put it down. And it's like, I wasn't doing it for a career when I first started.
Right.
It was just in me.
You loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've repurposed the ability to be innovative and all of that for youth. But my upbringing and what I was able to see, it just communicated to me that people can totally miss it on like their calling or what they should do just because they let society tell them what they should be doing. How far you should go with it, how long you should do it. You're too old for this, you're too young for that. I was way too young to be doing what I was doing at the time. That, like, crazy. Like, we used to break into the piano lab at my school to produce music. Like, we're literally picking locks and stuff.
That's crazy.
After school.
Love that.
To produce music. That's how bad we wanted to do it.
Right.
But the school just should have had a music production class.
Right. Or
like,
a center should have been down the road.
It was a group, like 5 of us.
Yeah.
That's it. Like straight art. A space down the street we can go to. Because even when I ditched school, there was a group, MD Productions, and I ditched school and go to their studio. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can be in the mix of what I really wanted to do.
Right.
When I got a little older, you know, I was able to realize, number one, I had a lot of people around me. And I say a lot, but like a group of people that just cared about me. And they all didn't care about me 24 hours a day.
Right.
They were just available in the area of the time they had me.
Got you.
Band teacher, band class, band practice, band event.
Right.
But what he required from me and what he needed from me and what he expected of me and what he gave me in that era, like, I needed that. I didn't ask more from him of that. I wasn't like, come pick me up. I'm, you know, having a bad day. But then I had like a youth pastor, you know, that rode a Harley. That wasn't expected, you know, but the guy that was teaching me music engineering, you know, I got this little East Side kid want to come over and play on my equipment in my home studio. I don't know if I trust this joker. So he's like, here's the deal. You can come to my spot. I'll teach you what's up. But then you got to go to church with me after.
Oh, cool.
That's how I met my youth pastor.
Okay.
Downtown. And so all these little elements came into play. Everybody played their role. And
maybe you are special because not everybody
have that.
Not everybody has that many positive people line up.
Well, I just followed.
You followed. That's true.
I just followed the breadcrumbs to what I wanted. So really,
that's a good point.
You know, when we was looking into like what Urban Bridge can be, and we use the word holistic, it's like the quicker we get a young person to self-discovery, then the quicker we can start surrounding them with who they need to be around to support them and like get their reps up so they have confidence. So by the time I was 17, I was already like...
You're like full on adult as far as the production goes.
And I felt good about it. I felt good enough about it to put a price on it. I felt good enough about it to burn CDs and give them to people and say, look what I made. That stuff is hard, especially with y'all creativity and art. It's like, I don't know.
Putting yourself out there,
ask a kid to sing in front of you that say they know how to sing. It's like the ones who would do it, they probably already sing at church and the choir at school.
We got a couple like that here.
They already got their affirmation, so they know. Like I know what I can sing. Like I'm the. But there's also a kid in the corner. It's like, well, I sing to myself in my room sometimes, but I don't know.
But they need the confidence, and that's where the mentor comes in. That's a good place to break for us, right? We're going to take a quick break, and then, man, I can't wait to continue the conversation because I'm loving it. I want to hear more about the bridge and like how that got started and what you guys are currently doing. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back with Marcus Jackson with the Bridge Impact Center, Urban Bridge. I'm really excited about this conversation, man. What I really has stood out to me so far is that you had to take advantage of the opportunities that were there. Yeah. Just because the opportunities were there doesn't mean that they were going to be grasped by you, but they were. And so and we can see the fruit of that. And I think what you and I both do when it comes to youth is that's our hope, is like getting opportunities in front of kids, because that's literally the only barrier sometimes. And then believing in them and then helping build them up and then letting them like run with whatever dream they have. But I love that's your experience. It's been my experience too. If it wasn't for, I got teared up when you were talking about that person that believed in you, because I was thinking, man, you know, there's one teacher that I remember always believed in me. Her name was Miss Porter. I'll never forget Miss Porter. Yeah. And I got an image of her in my head, and her belief in me did something to me at that young age. Yeah. And so I think that's what we have the opportunity to do with our young people that we serve. And man, they're our future. If we neglect them, we're going to have a neglected future. Yeah. We take care of them, much brighter.
Yeah. But I tell people all the time, you're going to deal with it. So you can deal with it now or later. Yeah, we got to deal with it.
Yeah. So I think I'd love to hear what, you know, like when did the bridge become a dream, and like where did your youth work begin? What led you into this work? I'd like to hear more about that.
Yeah, I love how it all happened too. So, I thought I was gonna be like, you know, the biggest thing was like, you know, I could write as well, and I'm just like, I'm gonna start rapping. I'm just go that route, be a rapper, and that a lot of what I saw. So. What I didn't expect was for me to want to use music as a tool to like reach people and have an impact with it, because I'm realizing now like the path I'm on, the positive path is such a deterrent from where I was already headed. Right. You know, and it's just like, I figured some things out because of all these people in my life that are around me, talking to me, praying for me, giving me tools, and I began to realize that music is powerful, that some of my belief system about the world I lived in, about women, about culture, about police, about everything was being like, it was like the rhetoric in music constantly.
That was informing your
It was just informing my worldview. Yeah. So I'm just like, well, a lot of people are like me. They're listening to music, and this is like the theme to life. And if you live where we live, it's like it's hard not to take it to heart because it's so relevant. Sure. You know, like street music is just relevant. Like it's like when they say it, you can listen to a song and be sitting at the gas station and it's happening while you're listening to a song about it, you know. And I'm just like, I want to make music that more so like pushes people in a better direction. Yeah. And so I went like the faith-based music direction. I was like, we're going to do like Christian rap. I'm working with these guys. I wasn't rapping. I was just making the beats for them. And that's how I got started into just the world of like wanting to serve other people through my gift.
Got you. Yep.
Then I started writing. Then I started like getting all the way into it, you know. And then that went on its own journey and went really well. You know, I started traveling. I started seeing the world. Things that I never had the opportunity to do. Yeah. I was able to do that and not compromise, you know, myself or my faith or my values. It's really hard when you got like a good circle of people around you and accountability to not have values. Right. So that's another thing I realized. I developed values because the people I looked up to had them. Yeah, yeah. And I started to... Now, there's a point when you get a little older where you're like, what are my values? Sure, yeah.
But you have to adopt somebody's.
I have to adopt somebody's. Yeah. And so in the streets, same thing. Yeah. You're going to adopt the values of the streets. somebody's going to teach you the game, and you're going to take that and run with it.
Man, I tell people all the time. I tell them when I speak to people that are trying to help what we, support what we do. I'm like, guys, there's mentors out there of all kinds.
Yeah.
I said I had a great mentor that taught me how to sell dope, weigh it out, bag it up, distribute it, keep my money straight, all that stuff. Yeah. That was a terrible mentor, but he did a good job at what he. Yeah. And then there's mentors that can do things in the positive. So, who we're going to release our kids to? Yeah. By us not doing anything, we're sinning by omission. We're saying we're not going to do anything. We're not going to be a mentor. So we're going to let this other negative influence take over. So I love that, man. Like you see that, and you like on the east side of Oklahoma City stepping in and saying, you know what? My hand's raised. I'll step in for these young people here. So I love that.
I'll jump in it. In the music, I say it all the time, east side this, east side that, because it was just kind of like, that's who I'm talking to. Sure. Like I'm talking to the people that I understand, and I'm trying to say it in a way to where they get it. Yeah. But it took its own way, like it grew legs. Right. I got busy. I got into music, but the youth pastor situation comes back around, because it's like, well, hey, you graduated high school. Clearly you care about, ministry and things like that. Right. So I want you to come back and be like a young leader. And so that's where it started. Oh, now I'm working in the teen group that I was once in. Yeah. So now it's like, okay, take this group to a small group. Hey, help us set up service. So now I'm learning program. Right. How to get with the program. So now I'm in a different chair. Then that's where I run into Vernon. Okay. Crazy story. When Vern met me, Vern took me to get my driver's license. I didn't have a car. Wow. When I met Vern. And
shout out to Group Fly.
Vernon D's co-founder, Urban Bridge. Just a great person to know.
Great person.
Yeah. And so he was kind of like my OG at the time, because he was kind of living a life, like he was like married, got a house. He had like a beat machine in his front room. He had like, and it was just like, man, Vern is so cool, bro. Like, but he's like a youth pastor, but he's like the cool youth pastor. Like, they like skate.
He's like legit cool.
Skate park in the church type stuff, And I'm just like hip hop concerts, just all of those things. And I'm like, man, you know what? The pastor that was there swapped. Vern ended up being the leader. So now I'm like his assistant youth pastor now. I'm in my 20s, or I'm pushing up on like 20. No, that's after 20. And we would go to schools, and we would talk to students at lunches. We would do lunch clubs. Okay. Now that started before I met Vern. Okay. But when he took over, like we started doing it, and he like had his like fresh like brand on it, how he did it. Right. One way or another, he meets the executive director of Youth for Christ. Okay. Take the campus model that we were doing, infused it into the Youth for Christ model, which is a campus model, and blew it up. And we went from being in like 6 schools to 31. Wow. And I mean, it was massive. Wow. But that also came with lots of training, travel, development. I stayed in a ministry house, at that point. I'm like living with other guys that's like on the same track. Gotcha. It was like the intern house. Okay, yeah. I'm doing quotes. It was actually an intern house. But it was like ministry intern house, like doing that. And now there's like a different level of accountability on different levels. I got peers. Yeah. We had the executive director. We had Vernon. We had all these guys. We worked out. We played basketball once a week together. I mean, and then we had like training meetings all the time. It was just like training. And what we were training was just like on relationships and communities. And it just kept like growing from that point. Yeah. And the crazy part is like I just fell in love with that. Right. And I was still doing music the whole time. Gotcha. So it was a beautiful thing, because I was able to continue my track in music, but I was also able, just because of the demand that it didn't have on me, being in campus work, right? I had time to do both. Gotcha. So I'm like, I had concerts on the weekend. I have studio sessions throughout the week, but like I'm at the schools, like at lunch every day. I'm at a different school, doing lunches and different things like that. But I just fell in love with it, And then there's that stage where you do it for a long time, and so
compassion fatigue.
Yeah, it's just like, man. And so about year 8, stuff get a little crazier. I'm married now, I got kids, you know. I mean, it's just different things going on.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, I got to take care of my family, but I really want to continue to give back. That was where I was really tested, you know, just to really just lock in to the work. And I even did commercial plumbing for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Did what I had to do. Now, I was bad at it, so I was digging holes. Just straight up. You digging holes, brother. You know, they handed everybody their tool. They hand me a shovel.
Man, that'll teach something to you, though.
Boy, every day, 5:30 in the morning, I'm up. And I'm digging holes. But then I'd be done by a certain time on certain days of the week, and I'm at the school, you know, with the kids. And that's how I knew. I'm like, man, I love this. And then we started to just reformat the way we did it to where it could have more impact. And then I come to this crossroads of just like, I don't think I'm doing enough. And it wasn't a me per se.
Right.
It's more, and it wasn't a Youth for Christ thing or a church thing. It was just, there isn't enough being done. And the way that my mind works and the way that I see ideas is the blank canvas. That's what it's always been for me. So it's like, here's a blank canvas for this community. What pieces are missing? Well, it's not centers. Right. Because there were Parks and Recs at centers all over the east side. But it was like, what's happening in the centers? And how is that being engaged and cared for? Right. And dude, I tell you, man, when we talk about vision and how it like hits you hard, there was one night, because I got into, I'm youth pastoring and my own thing. I got my own youth program now with my church, and I'm busting in kids from all over the east side. So by this point, I done got it down to a science. Right. I have learned how to connect with teens. Right. Like I got it. And I always look a little bit older than them. So that helps. You know, you're just like a little bit older than them. And dude, like, it was the worst. Really? Like cracking the code was probably the worst thing because I realized how, to a degree, useless my efforts were to fill a room up with kids. Really? Because it was just like, get a bunch in the room, and it was one night, I kid you not, packed. Packed. Anybody would have came in and said, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Right. Some kids are in gangs. Some kids sell drugs. Some kids, we had pregnant teenage girls. We had, I mean, we had the community though. I mean, we had our nerds in there too. You know, we do it. We, you know, equal opportunity. Yeah. But we had a kid show up. He had a medical bracelet on, and he had all these bandages. So he got stabbed in a gang fight. He shows to come show him off. Had another kid showed up, and I noticed he had a gun. So I'm like, I got to take this gun from you. You know, so I'm like taking a gun off a kid.
That's ministry right there.
Same day, we had a 15-year-old who was like bawling, crying because her mom was telling her she had to get an abortion. She found out she was pregnant, and she's like, I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. Wow. And then so she's like dealing with the fact, like, wait, she's the oldest, so she's like, wait, am I the mistake? And then are you saying, and like, she didn't have a choice in that, you know, because she either had to have an abortion or get kicked out of her home. Wow. And so she had done it, and she just felt really guilty because she didn't want to. Yeah. All of these things were happening. Sure. And I felt like that night, like we had our service, it was good, like got everybody home, but I just felt super empty. And I sit down with my wife, I'm just like, this ain't it. Yeah. Like this is a part of it. Sure. But this ain't like it. That's don't feel like we're moving the needle the way it could be. Right. We're doing what's expected of us. I think that anybody come in, they say, dude, like what you got is special, but bro, it just wasn't moving the needle. Right. Like
seeing true transformational change.
Yeah. It's like this. There's the guy who cuts your yard. There's the guy who cuts your yard, edges it. There's the guy that cuts your yard, edges it, blows the grass away, bags it, right. Little extra 30 minutes
makes a big
difference. Yep. And when you pull up to your house, you're like, this looks great. So the reality is that we were just cutting yards, but we wasn't landscaping.
Right. That's good, man.
Like it's just a different ball game. Yep. And I brought that to, I just felt like God was just really telling me, like, number one, like, I carry the burden of the people, not you. So, because once you do that, then you got to save lives. And you just can't.
Can't do it. Yeah,
so,
it'll kill you.
Had that realization, which was really good and healthy for me to go through that.
Sure.
Because, like, I was the king of the hill at that point when it came to the work. And I'm just like, y'all need kids? Yeah, we get kids.
Yeah.
That's light. Like, I can get kids, bro. Like, I love these kids. They love me. That's not enough to change their life. Is that Marcus love them and they love Marcus. So first I had to shake that out.
Right.
Of just what my ego had developed in the work.
Right.
Because I was so used to taking credit in music and different things like that. Yeah. With all my attention being here, now I'm like, well, look what else I created and built. Yep. And then it became about what I could do. Yeah. So first God had to kind of shake that off of me a little bit.
Sure.
Like,
that's
bro,
good. Yep.
you gonna drive yourself into the ground thinking you gonna change lives because you're gonna get let down over and over. So that night is when I felt that. I'm just like, they showing up, we're doing all of this, but look at the state of these young people. They're not doing good. Right. No. That's how I felt. I'm just like, it's not working. Yeah. And I just heard, like, I just had a thought of just like, maybe if you sat down and said what would work, we can figure it out. And literally sitting up in the bed with my wife, I was like, you know what we need? We need more time. Yeah. And not only do we need more time, we need to stop the silo of like just ministry focus. Yeah. And start looking at the whole person. Yeah. We got kids that's dealing with grief, you know, and trauma. We got kids that's coming out of single parent homes. Yep. We got kids that's fell in school, you know, and not going to school at all. We got all these different elements happening with young people. And we're just like, do you know God? Yeah. And I'm like, we do want them to know God.
Sure, yeah.
But we also can like actually help with that. Yeah. Like we can actually help you get on track in school, brother. Like we can actually get you right, you know, with like what you want to do with your life? What are you good at? What do you want? And that's where it started. Yeah. And I'm like, the only way this could be accomplished is I need a space and it needs to be an all-inclusive space, meaning when I say inclusive, the term, when I heard of it, you know, it was more like every kid can find their thing. Gotcha. Yep. Are you a checkers or a chess kid? Are you a music kid or a sports kid? Right. So I was like, we need a space. It needs to have some athletic in there. I was boxing was kind of the lane I wanted to go. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like, what kid don't want to hit a ball? Yeah. I mean, hit a bag. Yeah. You know, they want to hit a ball too, but what kid don't want to hit a bag? I mean, really, honestly, we haven't had a man walk in that building and not punch the bag when we walk by. Just walking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we knew that would be a draw for teens. Sure. Especially for our males in the space. Sure. So we wanted to have boxing. You know, I'm like, they need to play. We need to remind them it's okay to play. So we want to have a couple video games in there and a couple things like that.
So space where they feel comfortable being a kid. Yeah.
We still got to respect the fact they're kids. Yeah, yeah. Financial literacy. How do we incorporate that? So we put the bridge bucks incentive. Yeah. And I learned the incentive from doing J's for A's at Douglas, where if a student get 4.0, we buy them Jordans. And then we just built that. And it was like extremely successful with the students we did it with. And so I'm like, okay, incentives work. How do we put incentive into this program? And so as I'm like, kind of like piecing it all together and kind of taking these elements that I've seen be successful, and that's what it was really about. Okay, for me, it was music, but for this kid, it could be cooking. Right. For this kid, it can be engineering. Yep. And we need to make sure that when a kid come in, I want to see the glow about something in here because we trying to put it all in here. Yeah. So it's like controlled chaos. We got a lot going on. Oh, yeah. But there could be 50 students in the building and it feels like 12. Yeah. Because you're going to have some lingering around. Like, I don't want to do anything. Right, right. But cool, man. Just like go color or something. You know, like until you figure out where you want to be, you know, just pick something. Yeah. And so we started to build this program out where it's like we want stations because they're teens. Right. Where they can be self-led because that's the other thing I learned in the work with teenagers. Like
they want to lead it themselves. They don't want to be told what to do, basically.
They don't. Because it's like, I'm not a kid.
We can get them there, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a kid. Yeah. Like, and it sucks because you are. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Problem is you need to be told what to do right now.
Right, right. And so what I really felt like, the approach, and this is what I communicated to our team, and then just the inception of it, I'm like, we're going to be the buffet. Right. The trickiest thing about a buffet is that you think you chose what you ate, but it was already cooked.
It's good.
So they chose it.
Yeah.
You picked out of what they chose.
Right.
And so we sit down and say, what does a young person need to be whole? Mm-hmm. And then let's lay it out and let them pick from that day what they're going to do. And so a student will just walk in and they'll say, okay, I'm going to work at a station, which is self-led.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there, I'm going to do Legos. We know what everything does for them.
Yeah.
So everything on that board has a benefit.
Yeah.
But then we have programs which are adult-led. They can choose those. And then we incorporate the incentive where they get paid for what they choose.
Yeah.
And by giving them that choice and that autonomy, that's where we started to see that needle move. But in 2015, when we incorporated, that was such a difficult thing.
Sure.
To really get people to get behind and like grasp onto.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I didn't have a place.
Yep.
I didn't have money at all.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a team.
Sure.
This is me, James and Vern. We're all sitting at a coffee shop in the back room with a whiteboard, like putting all these crazy ideas and just like, okay, so what's step one?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what step one is, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point I'm like working at Ross at 4:30 in the morning, unloading trucks, and then going from there to like meetings and trying to get people to like just get behind the mission. But it's like, how do we figure out how to get this thing off the ground? Because we know it's powerful. Mm-hmm. Like we're aware, and it's not because we think it'll be good. Mm-hmm. It's because you got me, Vern and me specifically come from a background of the work.
Right.
So we already know they hate this, they love this.
Yeah, yeah.
They need this. Mm-hmm. So how do we marry all of that into a program design that they walk in and say, this is for us? Not built for us, but really built by them. Like, this is everything we do is really built from the information teens give us.
Gotcha.
Even in our first 2 years, we're just watching their behavior.
Yeah.
We put it out there. We see what they do, what they drift to. There's programs we cut. Mm-hmm. Okay, we want them to learn financial literacy. Ain't going to work like that.
Yeah.
When we started our Bridge Bus program, it was originally just to be the incentive to try new things. Mm-hmm. Go to a mental health group. Learn about how to cope with trauma and grief. Learn about mindfulness and being still and quiet and take a nap, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was a time we had teenagers all on cots
sleeping.
Like, what is this?
They couldn't rest anywhere else.
Yeah, I come upstairs, they're like, what's going on? Oh, it's a mental health group. I was like, everybody sleep. I was just snoring. There's like, these kids are tired.
Yeah. They're exhausted.
You know, we had a kid
on
living in a hotel room with 8 people.
Yeah.
He's not in a bed.
Yeah.
It was like, thanks. My mindfulness group was amazing. I'll take a good nap.
Yeah.
But it's like they're teaching us so much.
Yeah.
The part in the Bridge Books that we didn't think they would teach us is that was the best financial literacy tool we could have created.
Yeah. It's been like that for us here with the City Bucks, is what we call it here. But the same thing. It helps them learn, and coupled with our financial literacy class that we do with TFCU. Yeah. It's a practical way for them to understand and then to get the actual real life handles.
Shout out to TFCU. They out here.
They are awesome.
They good people, man. They they really want to get into work. And I say that because some people, you know, they want to see you get it done, and then they want to, you know, sometimes give a gift and all of that. But they're like, hey, we want to come be involved.
Yes, I love that.
I just love that because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't teaching it. Man,
Marcus, so I love everything you're talking about, man. I think from the day that we met, I just knew, like, man, this is somebody I can click with, man.
Yeah, we click quick.
We think very similar. We understand what we wish we would have had growing up more of. Yeah. Me for sure. You know, you dodged the bullet literally like I did not dodge. And you know, so it's crazy, like the lives we've lived, but we desire to see young people thrive. But you, like you're saying, you have to do it in such a way that they can receive it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you can't receive the message that's coming at you, you know, it's just like we always talk about our mission statement being, we exist to bring relief and restoration. Yeah. And I talk about restoration, that's the goal, you know. Yeah. But if they're not relieved of their hunger, they're not going to hear anything you have to say.
Right.
if they don't have shoes on their feet, they're not going to be walking to that center. All these different things that come into play that you have to, like you said, address the whole person, the whole student.
Yeah.
And so, man, I'm really excited. I know we're getting close to the end of our segment here, but I'd love to hear more about, man, you're on the cusp of success. Like you know what you got. You got your vision board out with you and your co-founders. And then what was the next step? What did it look like when you got that brick and mortar space?
Yeah. So, my church was leaving the building they were in. They didn't even own it.
Yeah.
And I felt like that building could work.
It's got history there too, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It got history on the east side. Yeah. It was pretty dilapidated. I mean, there was only one really good room, which is where the church would meet.
Okay.
But like the other floor wasn't good. I mean, you couldn't really do much, and we do what we could.
Yeah.
I just felt like a bold move would be. I mean, because it's just kind of like one of them things. You see a vision. When I see a vision and I feel like it could work, and I'm like, bro, like, why not put it on the line and ask? Yeah. So I go to the church and I'm like, look, I know the church is moving out. This building's about to be for sale. I don't have the money yet.
Yeah.
But could the church buy this building and allow me to put a youth center here? And it was just like, crazy enough, like the church committee's like,
yeah,
we could do that.
Wow.
And so they moved into another building, bought the building I'm in simply for the purposes of me putting a bridge there.
Wow.
That's miracle number one.
Sure.
I don't know a lot of people we can walk up to and just say, buy me a building that you don't want anymore, that needs a lot of work. And they do it.
Right.
But that happened. Miracle number two was like, this building, number one, I didn't know anybody in that. My development plan was probably the worst ever that you think of. Because I'm just going to post long things on Facebook and hope somebody bring me
some money,
$100,000,
Yeah.
And I would give these tours. And, I mean, there were like dead birds in that joint. I mean, you saw it.
Oh yeah,
you walked through it with me before.
And I can appreciate it too because I know what this place looked like.
Yes, yeah, that was one of the things. So I was kind of on that mission of just trying to get it going. I didn't have any resources. I wasn't sure I would work.
Yeah,
I was still working with Youth for Christ at the time, and I had a realization like, man, if this is going to happen, I need to go all in. So I resigned at Youth for Christ because my attention was divided.
Big step of faith.
And I was there 12 years.
And you have a family.
I have a family.
Yeah.
I was there 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just crazy. Yeah. Thinking back now, it's just like, but I was just like, it's time to step out the boat. I really believe this thing is going to happen. Let's go.
Right.
And I'm talking to a guy. You remember Ryan Fisher?
Oh, yeah. Fish, yeah.
He tells me about you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he's like, I heard you going to be building a center. You know Jed Chappell. Like,
oh, that's right. I remember you telling me the story. Yeah.
And so he gave me 3 people's numbers that had different type of community center programs.
Right.
And one of them didn't call me back. I won't say no names. One of them, I got to go and see. It was cool, but it was really like basketball focused. Yeah. And I'm just like, this is dope, but I'm trying to go beyond. I want to catch every young person, but I like this. This is cool how you guys do it. And then you came and met me over here.
Yeah, I remember that day.
And I was in awe. Like, it's probably the most, the closest I had ever felt to what I thought it could be.
That's pretty cool.
So the whole time walking, I'm like, yeah, that's what I was thinking we was going to do.
I remember that,
I feel like we're still like that to this day.
Yeah.
It's just
still
like,
to this day.
To this day, it's like, I'm working on this. Like, bro, we just now about to do that.
Yeah.
So we're always like one tit for tat with that, but it's just like, I hadn't been aligned with anybody in this before.
Sure.
And walking through and seeing it, and I'm like, when'd you open? And you're like, was it a year or 2?
It had been a year earlier.
Yeah, so you like had a year head start.
Yeah.
And what I felt was like, this is possible. That's what I knew.
Cool.
Like,
that's cool.
Walking through it, I'm like, I had like cameras and.
I remember that.
You remember me? I was in there like taking pictures. I'm like, I got to show.
You're locked in, man.
Yeah, it's like, can y'all see this? Like, do y'all get it?
And I could sense it too.
It's happening. And from that point, that was kind of the battery in my back.
Sure. That's awesome, man. It's good to know. That means a lot to us. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, we hung out for like 3 hours that day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had questions. You were telling me the story. You telling me like y'all journey to getting it. This came by way of a church.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like there's some similarities there.
Yep.
But it was just like, man, the resources are crazy out here. You know, it's tough.
Yeah.
But what I knew was that this is something that the city would get behind, because I'm seeing them do it for somebody else.
Sure.
And we're just in another part of town.
Yep.
I just had to really just start galvanizing the right people around to help me align like the ideas and all of that and get everything lined up.
Sure.
And so we hit COVID. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Because we were working our own thing. Like, you were like, bro, I want to leverage and help how I can.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, we were working through and, like, trying to get some things going. And you had leveraged the relationship that I had a very mild relationship.
Right.
Like, with a group. And it was just creating just enough motion.
Yep.
For people to start asking more questions. What you got? I heard you doing something. I saw something. I saw an article. We did OKC good together.
Yep.
All those things. And it's like, man, this is good. And then there was a lot of like racial tension at the time too.
Yep.
So it was kind of like, you know, this black guy and this white guy, like, they both got a heart for youth in the community.
Yeah.
And they're aligning in different ways.
Yeah.
And that was interesting to people.
Yeah.
At that time, because you wasn't getting a lot of good stories at that time.
Sure,
right there.
yeah.
And we was able to rise above that stuff and just be like, bro, what do we need?
Yeah.
And there was one partner that we were talking to for like just collaborating, that it felt like it was probably one of the most surreal things when they decided they're just going to just give us money straight up, cash in hand, not cash, but you know.
Sure, yeah.
One check with a 6-figure amount.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I called my CPA.
Yeah. So how do I categorize it?
you still the treasurer on the board, right?
Yeah.
We got a good problem, but
so
I don't know.
We need to update and turn the website back on. And
it was crazy. And like, the thing is, didn't see that coming.
Sure.
Knew things were going to work.
Right.
Like, because the motion was happening, but it was going so slow.
Right.
And it was one of those things where I'm like, you know what? This is a learning season for me. And I just had to really take it in and say, Marcus, you don't know everything about everything.
Right.
There's a way things have to be done proper.
Right.
And that was like the wake-up call. And that season was like, you're not proper. You can't do what you think you're ready to do just because you can you're a visionary. Yeah. Just because you can visualize it and see it, don't mean you're ready for the money to execute.
Infrastructure to be in place. Yeah.
I had this much infrastructure.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And we had a partner that was like protecting me from that, you know, with you. But then what that did was leverage another partner to come in, and give me money based on our partnership that we had. Yep. And I think that a lot of times we can look at every situation we have surrounding what we really want to see happen, and we have a way we want it to go. Yep. We want it to play out in this way in our mind. But the reality is we have to get to a point where we say, for what? Why? Yeah. Like, we want this to play out this way, but why? Right. Is it because it's more comfortable for me? Is it because it gets me on a salary quicker? Is it because or is this about the kids? Sure. Getting what they need?
That's good, man.
And how we got to that first, that big renovation project that we went under, like, and I say big now, but like looking at some of the stuff we need to do, I'm like, middle, yeah, mid-level, you know how I go. Yeah. Like, I think that what I was learning in that time was like to really trust God's timing, because He won't give you a good thing and leave you hanging. Right. Yeah. And sometimes when we feel like we're getting left hanging, we start grasping for stuff to hold on to. Yep. And we get really anxious and uncomfortable because we're not able to. Right. And that was just like where we are now. Yeah. Is a miracle.
It's crazy, man.
Because
it's amazing where you're at.
The way it happened, none of it was how I predicted it. When I sat down and said, all right, this is how we're going to get support. This is how we're going to renovate. I'm doing work days. I don't got no money. I just got a bunch of shovels and scissors and
some
stuff.
Family.
Yeah.
Swinging hammers. Yeah.
And I'm just
like,
like,
with me. Oops,
yeah. I'm like, come to the bridge, do a work day. Yeah. We all meeting up. And people show up and they're like, what we going to do? I'm like, well, scrape that, bust that wall out, do that. And like, we're just doing what we can. But dude, like, people showed up and said, oh, you really got something here. And my mom, I remember, she had called me and she said, you better do something in that building. I don't care if you're sweeping dust back and forth.
Yeah.
Do something.
She's like,
are you going to lose it?
Yeah.
Are you going to lose it?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's all I really can do is sweep.
Yeah.
And I just go up there, middle of the night, and I'm like sweeping piles of dirt, throwing it away.
It's incredible.
But it's really just that getting really gritty about it and just saying that this, so it's not by chance we're here.
Right.
But it's nothing short of a miracle and just a testimony of both just of like,
same with me, man. Yep.
Like, how did this happen?
Yep.
How have we been operating for 5 years? Last year we served over 206 teens.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Only teens. I mean, dude, if I opened up to elementary,
crazy.
We need 2 more buildings at this rate. But like, over 200 teenagers is hard. I tell people that all the time. That's hard to do.
100%.
But it's a callback to that point of my life where I'm like, I know what teens want. I know. But it's like, you don't have the infrastructure.
Right.
You don't have the policy set up to do this. You don't have the team set up that you need to execute this. And that angel investment that came in, you know, that it wasn't that I wasn't expecting it. I feel like they told us no at first. You remember that?
Yeah.
Right when the pandemic hit, it was like, it's a no right now, you know? And I'm just like, okay. I just kind of moved on and was like, we just got to. And then I get a call and it's like, how's it going?
Yeah.
Are you guys doing? I'm like, well, school's about to start.
Yeah.
And we're not ready.
Yeah.
And it's just like, is the amount the same amount? Here, I'm just going to get it to you. Yeah. And I'm like, all right. I'm sitting there thinking like, got a bank account. We did.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Because when you get it, you got to deal with it.
That's right.
And I was probably the most excited and scared in that era because I'm just like, well, I don't have a lot of experience in this, but I think that we can get this up. We can do more tours. We can get more people around. The thing that hit me the hardest about all of this is right in that era. I meet with the contractors that I want to work with. Man, I was courting this dude for like a year.
I remember him. We met.
Yeah, man.
The architect guy?
Still talk to him.
That's awesome.
To this day. He fixed some doors for us the other day. But like, I'm courting this guy. I'm trying to get him to come down because I ain't got no money.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't got no money, bro. But I'm like meeting with him. Like, this plan, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, cool. Let me know when we get started. I'm like,
Yeah.
You know, we
will. Yeah.
Well, he got his crew in the building. They're working. We get the downstairs ready pretty quickly so that we can start taking students.
Yeah.
And we had that crazy ice storm.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yep.
And it's like sleeting like ice. And we got our doors open. Me, Derek are there. Shakira's there. And we're all just like putting the building together, getting it ready. We got a couple kids that we knew. Got my own kids in there. My son's in there, you know. And they're doing homework. And I see this kid walking with a laptop.
Wow.
Walking by the bridge. And I'm thinking, like, where's this kid going? Like, the pandemic shut down everything. So, like, I walk out the front door. Hey, where you going?
Yeah.
And he says, to the library. I said, library's closed. What do you need?
Yeah.
And he was like, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we got Wi-Fi.
We got Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And we're open. And I said, can you just call your parent and tell him?
Yeah.
And his dad, you know, worked one of those. He like did like a construction or something. But his dad was like, they said you got to go to school every day on this computer. We don't have Wi-Fi, whatever the situation.
Yeah.
Go find it.
Yeah.
And he goes to work. And so this kid is out just trying to be obedient to his dad.
Yeah.
Walking in like freezing Wi-Fi. Temperature.
Gosh.
And he called him. He said he could stay. That kid is a senior now.
Wow.
Still at the bridge.
That's
one of the
incredible.
most confident. He actually launched one of his businesses
That's pretty cool.
this summer.
That's pretty cool.
And we always tell him, like, you're our first, like you said, I told him he's the trailblazer. Like, you set the tone because he had friends in the community.
Yeah.
By the way, he walked like 10 blocks already. He didn't even live as close as other students that come to the bridge. So I'm like, you've been walking all this time. Once I found out where he lived, it blew my mind that he was walking in freezing temperature, trying to do homework. But he learned how to master the bridge buck system because he one of the first to really do it.
Yeah.
He's learned how to do, I mean, he knows us like,
that's incredible.
as well as we know him.
Might have your next site director, executive director.
Man, listen. In the next 6-7 years, you know, if I tell you there's a kid named Tashawn that we brought on the team, don't be surprised. I mean, 2 of our college age hires are students that came to the bridge.
That's cool.
And they like are part-time. So the goal is that the students we serve
same here.
Run this place.
Same here.
Yeah.
Man, Marcus, this conversation's been incredible. Just so much. I mean, when you and I get together, man, we can talk literally 6 hours straight if we let ourselves. And there's so much more to that we can talk about. And I want to definitely bring you back if you're willing. But man, just the story of hope that you shared of like what you've experienced and what you were giving access to that changed the game for you. We got the blueprint. We know what works. You know, we know what it takes. It's a matter of like just doing the work now. And so, man, you're a voice here in OKC. That's why we established this podcast, you know, Voices of OKC. You are an influential voice in the community, especially on the east side where we have a large amount of needs that need to be met. And so just appreciate the hope that you've given us today, not only for young people, but also for man, that startup nonprofit that's saying like, I have a vision. I know God told me that. I know this is real. I know I'm supposed to do it. Man, keep grinding. Keep
5 years.
Vision. 5 years.
5 years is what it took for us to open those doors.
I hope you guys hear that. 5 years is what it took. And Marcus didn't give up. Neither did his co-founders. And there was a vision that they held to. And now it's thriving. I keep up with you guys all the time.
Yeah, same.
You know, things are just like blowing up and growing, and it's exciting. And so, man, it's just a privilege and honor to get to know you, bro. And love your family. Shakira and the kids are amazing. And just so everybody knows, he's a way better husband and father than anything else he does.
I'm trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to remember. Did I take the trash out?
In that case, then I definitely don't fall into the. No, he is though, man. He's just a solid human being, and love that we get to do this work together, man. You know, it's a team sport. Yeah. Even though we're doing similar things, we're on different sides of town. We're still on the same team, man. Yes. And so our goal is to see young people thrive, and so you're doing it, man. So I appreciate you. Tell everybody at the bridge we appreciate them and said hi and appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too. Appreciate the vision that you have, and I appreciate you. Leveraging your trust.
Oh yeah, and it's easy.
Seeing a vision to even take a guy like me. I didn't have anything to show for what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
One last thing I'll say too is that this city is the best city to figure this stuff out.
I agree.
I think that Oklahoma City is prime for being the leaders of the innovation of like serving young people, serving communities, serving families, and dealing with a lot of these issues. And we make it very clear to our kids. Yeah. I know y'all see me, but it's a lot of people that don't look like me that care a lot about you.
That's good.
And that's why we're able to open these doors. And I just want them all to know that like this is a citywide effort. Even though you're in Northeast Oklahoma City, even though you're in War Acres, this is a citywide effort.
Yep.
And it means something. And so while guys like us are on the front line and equipping people to be on the front line with us, it's the responsibility of this town to mobilize it. And I've seen the fruit of that.
Yep.
And I know you have.
Sure.
And so I'm very hopeful for Oklahoma City for sure.
Me too.
We got the right people.
Yep. That's a great hopeful note, man, to end on. I agree with you. I think Oklahoma City is prime for a lot of great things. And I'm just excited to be a part of this city. I'm just an OKC guy, man. I tried to move away, didn't work. I am an OKC guy, man, and we're here to help make it better. So, man, thanks for being a part of that, and appreciate you, brother.
All right.
You're awesome, man. Thanks so much. Until next time,
yeah.
This was Voices of OKC. Thank you, guys.